we're going to see what's happening in game number 3 because it's getting underway right now. Greensheep, tell you, he wants to put more wins on the board. Playing a little bit of spoiler here. Dog's still got to get some wins on the scoreboard to make top 8.
Yeah, you know, he is playing for something, too. He even said it in his interview. Nobody wants to have the worst record in the league.
Plus, there's a performance bonus.
Yeah, he does get a little bit of extra something in his pocket every time he wins.
Yep. We'll get a glimpse of Dog's hand reel here soon. Greensheep, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I just love this deck, though. And I think you just snap off, keep this Mal'Ganis in your hand. Mulligan everything else. You aggro mulligan for Void Caller here.
Tannen, you don't keep 9 drops in your hand. Don't you know how this game works?
Ooh, getting aggressive with Dog. And speaking of aggressive, look at that curve on Greensheep's side.
Yeah, this one's not looking too bad, but he does have to face off against Abusive Sergeant, which does check every single one of his drops right now.
But he draws his own Abusive Sergeant. I like just playing this here.
This is such a weird card, because like I remember when it first was rotating into the metagame, nobody ever played this on turn 1. And then at one point, someone just realized.
I remember I know what you're saying. I remember the first time I was playing against Face Hunter, and they just turned one an Abusive Sergeant on me, and I was like, oh man, that's actually really good.
Yeah, you get the 2 damage anyway.
Yeah.
Greensheep's doing a calculation over there.
Yeah, he's got something.
Writing down a calculus formula.
He's got something else going on here for sure. He might be texting a friend, you know.
I am gonna beat the crap out of this guy this game.
Are you watching the show? Can you see my hand?
I've got Imp King Boss and Knife Juggler versus Hunter.
As I say, now there is something to be said about coining out the Imp Gang boss here because of Knife Juggler, and you still get the curve really well. You have Knife Juggler and Flame Imp next turn, or if you want, you have Nerubian Egg into Flame Imp. You've got a lot of options, so I like using the coin that turn.
Dog is committed to his game plan. He has to start pushing and hope that it's going to be good enough. So Greensheep, really the one with all of the decisions to make in this game.
Unleash the Hounds, not a bad one in this matchup as well. Oh man, if he gets to keep this Knife Juggler around, which probably won't happen, but
no, it's so safe on this board.
It's gonna be hot. Yeah, I was gonna say you might just play the long game here now.
You know, I don't actually mind this. I think this is a pretty, swell plan.
Did you just call this swell?
I think it's pretty good.
What are you, like a 45-year-old driving a minivan with 3 kids?
Well, look, what does Dog do to this board state now?
Swell.
You telling me it's not swell? That's what you're telling me?
Gee golly, that was a swell play, Nathan.
It's a good turn, man. I don't know how else to put it. You know, he sacrifices some life in the process. He's not quite as aggressive, but when your opponent has played these minions, I think you oftentimes expect this to be Explosive Trap.
Jiminy Willikers, that was a good draw there with Power Overwhelming as well.
Power Overwhelming's not a good draw.
Well, I mean, it turns Nerubian Egg on, but yeah. I just had to say something with Jiminy Willikers, sorry.
Jiminy Willikers.
You opened up a real big bag here.
So he knows it's Explosive Trap at this point. I mean, so maybe, I feel like he knew this was Explosive Trap. So I look at this board and I go, why didn't he attack face?
Yeah. Like playing the.
Like this was the play he set up, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess you have the Void Caller here. Wait, whoa, if you think this, whoa.
Yeah, I think this is okay. Hey, he knew he was going to roll a 2. Unleash the Hounds isn't very good against that.
Okay.
Well, it's good enough, though. 4 damage. You can't deny this. This is all going upstairs. No reason for Dog to be trading. He's got Explosive Trap out to protect himself. Just push damage, push damage, push damage. He knows who he is this game.
It almost looks like Greensheep's like eating while he's playing or something, you know?
I still think he's calculating.
Yeah.
Yeah, this draw has continued to get uglier and uglier. Gosh, how does he recover now?
I mean, yeah, because, you know, you can trade off a bunch here, and you're going to refill up your whole board here again. Dog's going to get another good amount of value off this Unleash the Hounds here, and he's got this quick shot as well that's going to draw him an extra card at some point in time.
Well, that, and if this was Freezing Trap, you would have fought from behind, but instead, it was Explosive Trap, and now you're at 12 and your opponent's going to 26? Yeah, he still can't even attack face right now. Just has to clear up what's happening.
And this leaves him back, you know, 2 pretty big minions that can live through Explosive Trap here, but Dog's just going to keep pouring it on here.
Yep. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but you know, you hit someone for 1 enough times, they're going to die.
What is it, death by 1,000 cuts? Is that what you call it?
1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
It's the worst way to die. They're like paper cuts, too.
Ooh, don't even say that to me. It just makes my skin crawl.
you just squirm in your.
Oh,
wait, hang. Paper cut.
Stop it! Seriously.
we found his weakness. Greensheep, too much work to be doing in this game. You're sitting at 9. Hunter's still got 2 cards in his hand. You know he's got explosive trap. They're at 30.
Yeah, it's not often you see your opponent at 30 at this turn with an aggressive matchup here.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this board state and you wonder, you take a look at the opening hands, what went wrong?
Well, yeah, with no Defender of Argus drawn here either, Greensheep has no way to really control what's going on to him either. He has no way to regain life here. Defender of Argus can give taunt, but he's just gonna have to play all of his cards and hope it's good enough.
Yep, still can't attack face. Explosive trap is just too much. Trying to cut as much of this damage down as he can, but this one is going to game number 4 with Dog in the 2-1 lead. 2 quick shots on 2 Unleash the Hounds. Still at 29 rather. That Knife Juggler.
He got one in.
Yeah,
He got on the board.
yeah. Make sure you get in that one swing. But
Yeah,
not
scoreboard, man.
Not a scratch on his face though after this one. Dog, what a dominant game this one was.
Yeah, I love this queue up here as well. Just Greensheep didn't maybe fall for something, like kind of moving in against that rogue deck, but we've seen Dog do. But this matchup's still not bad for him.